Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Fabulous Concert Programs, number 63. Oh boy, and number 6 in our cycle of Dvořák symphonies. Now, Dvořák's Sixth Symphony is such a lovely, lovely work. You know, when you read program notes about it and whatnot, at least until recently, everyone says, oh, it was influenced by Brahms' second. Well, maybe. In some respects. It's in D major. They're both in D major. The finales have a somewhat similar start. That's about it. I mean, there's not a heck of a lot else to unite them. But yeah, it's a Brahmsian kind of piece. Fascinatingly, of course, people are always quick to say that Dvořák was influenced by Brahms, but not the other way around, which was the subject of our previous fabulous concert program, the influence of Dvořák's fifth on Brahms' third, which is vastly more significant and demonstrable than the other way around, the influence of Brahms' second on Dvořák's sixth. But, you know, really, I mean, who cares? Masterpieces are masterpieces. It doesn't matter who wrote them in terms of who was influenced by what. What matters is that great music is great, and that's the end of it. And Dvořák's sixth is great, and it's the first of these symphonies that are starting to creep into the basic repertoire. I mean, after that, you've got the final three, which are famous, but the sixth is the last that's sort of on the cusp, and it does not deserve to be on the cusp because it is just gorgeous with fabulous tunes and perfect handling of form. It's just one of the great 19th century symphonies, and it should be played at least as frequently as Brahms' Second Symphony, but it's not, and that drives me crazy. Oh, it makes me so angry. So it's a fabulous second half piece. It's a big symphony, about 40 minutes long. It's got one of the best furiant Czech Slavonic dance type scherzos in the universe. It's just amazing. Just amazing. So that's the second half of the program. Now, what do we do in the first half? Well, you know, we could do things that relate to it and whatnot. No, I don't want to do anything like that. I just wanted a really interesting program also full of music that should be better known, but isn't. And so that's what I did, because these are also works that are sort of on the cuspy and deserve to be, you know, much more popular. First, Ildebrando Pizzetti, oh, wonderful composer who was a contemporary of Respighi and Malipiero and Casella and all that, you know, Italian new generation from the before the First World War type crew. And he wrote this lovely little work. It's only like 15 minutes long. It's in 3 movements called Tre Preludii Sinfonici per l'Edipo Re di Sofocle. In other words, 3 symphonic preludes to Oedipus Rex of Sophocles. This was, in fact, the first piece of music that I ever played in a symphony orchestra when I was in college. And oh, it was so much fun because it has, the only percussion in it, aside from timpani, is cymbals. And it's suspended cymbals and crash cymbals. And there's not a lot to do. So for me, it was really a good experience because I learned how to count. And I also, you know, just didn't have to really worry too much about being too busy because I was absolutely terrified, having had no formal musical training in anything that I've ever done other than taking the piano for a while and clarinet and viola twice. And, you know, I mean, I did things. I had lessons, but did I really know how to play anything? Nah, not really well. Not the kind of, you know, I mean, I just had no talent, let's face it. So it was a wonderful piece to do, and I really got to listen to what happens behind the orchestra, which was the revelation. I love being a percussionist because I got to sit in the back and listen to what everyone else was doing from the inside. And there is no experience like that. None. Trust me. If you don't know how to do anything musical, go to a community orchestra, buy a pair of cymbals. That's what I had. See, I brought the instruments. I had a gong, right? Have gong will travel. And so they wanted me because I had the instruments. And so, you know, they're always looking for people like that. Find a piece that has like one cymbal crash, like Bruckner's Seventh, and then just go sit there and listen to it. Oh my God, it's fun. And don't forget to get up and do your thing when it's your turn. Anyway, it's a lovely work. Lyrical, beautiful, simple, just elegant and quite memorable. I mean, I still remember the tunes. Da 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 ba ba da 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 ba da 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 da. The second movement, you know, and the finale, which is sort of almost a funeral march type thing. Oh, it's just lovely. So yeah, it makes a wonderful concert opener. It really does. Next, the Britten Piano Concerto. I mean, you'd think that a piece that was like written for and premiered by like Sviatoslav Richter, who recorded it with the composer, would really be well known. And it has received half a dozen maybe recordings, but it's still not played as frequently as it should be. I mean, Britten's Violin Concerto and Piano Concerto are masterpieces. The Cello Symphony, I think, is a bow wow of a work. It's just ugly. But the Piano Concerto is fun. I mean, the opening toccata is brilliant and elegant and light. It's full of good tunes. The finale is one of these really bitter Mahlerian kind of march things. Oh, it's just wonderful. That may be actually why it's considered problematic, because emotionally, it is a somewhat cool and verfremdungsified kind of piece, a little alienating maybe, I don't know, a little bit on the witty, sarcastic side. It's not a romantic piano concerto in that sense. It really isn't. But oh my goodness, what a fabulous piece it is. And it deserves to be played, and we need a great pianist to come and do it so that people will come and hear it. And then after the intermission, they can luxuriate in the fabulous tunes and brilliant formal strategies of the Dvořák Sixth Symphony. And that, my friends, is the program that you will never see live, but which you can certainly enjoy at home. So give it a shot. The Pizzetti, by the way, there's a wonderful modern performance on Hyperion. So, you know, it's out there. It's out there. So keep on listening, friends, and thanks for joining me. Take care.